love the Eagles as much as we do, then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. The sports world is buzzing like never before with the latest twist in one of the most unexpected and talked about comebacks in recent memory. Michael Pierce, the dominant defensive tackle whose presence on the field has been both feared and admired, has officially decided to come out of retirement, a decision that has left fans, analysts, and even his former teammates completely stunned. This isn't just a minor move in the NFL landscape. This is a seismic event, a narrative twist that nobody saw coming, but that now changes the entire dynamic of the league. The Philadelphia Eagles, who have been carefully building a roster capable of contending for the championship, made the announcement earlier today, confirming that Pierce will be joining their defensive line, immediately injecting experience, strength, and leadership into a team that already boasts one of the most formidable defenses in football. The reaction on social media has been explosive, with highlights of Pierce's previous seasons being reshared countless times. Fans debating how he will mesh with the current roster, and experts predicting the ripple effects this move might have on both the NFC East and the broader NFL playoff picture. Analysts are already projecting that Pierce's presence could shift the Eagles' defensive strategy significantly, allowing the team to experiment with more aggressive pass rush schemes and complex blitz packages. Adding Michael Pierce to the Eagles is more than just a roster upgrade. It's a statement of intent, a clear message to every other team in the league that Philadelphia is not merely looking to compete, they are aiming to dominate. The chatter around training camps, practice sessions, and team meetings has taken on an almost electric quality, with reporters and insiders sharing every minor detail, every handshake, and every sideline interaction as if they are clues in a high-stakes detective story. Pierce, who initially shocked the football world with his retirement decision, seems rejuvenated, and the speculation about what motivated him to return is fueling countless discussions across sports media platforms. Some suggest that the lure of competing for a championship was irresistible, while others point to the Eagles' culture, coaching staff, and the opportunity to mentor younger players as decisive factors in his reversal. The timing, in particular, has fans on edge because it could not be more dramatic. With a regular season already underway, Pierce's addition could alter team chemistry, defensive rotations, and even how opposing offenses game plan against the Eagles. This is exactly the type of narrative that sports fans thrive on. An iconic player returning at the perfect moment, rewriting expectations, and creating endless storylines for analysts, commentators, and social media warriors alike. The rumor mills are spinning faster than ever, with whispers of secret meetings, private workouts, and off-the-record conversations that might have paved the way for this shocking comeback. Reports indicate that the negotiations between Michael Pierce and the Eagles were far from straightforward, involving multiple phone calls, meetings, and a careful balancing of personal considerations with professional ambitions. Sources hint at behind-the-scenes discussions that lasted for weeks, where agents, coaches, and team executives worked tirelessly to convince Pierce that this was the right move for his career. The intrigue surrounding these talks has created a whirlwind of speculation, with sports media outlets attempting to uncover every detail, every clause, and every potential incentive that might have been part of the deal. Fans are hungry for insight, analyzing past interviews, social media posts, and subtle hints to try to piece together the story behind his decision. The complexity of such a high-profile return cannot be understated. It's not just about putting on a uniform and stepping onto the field, but about reintegrating into a team that has evolved since he last played, understanding new schemes, developing chemistry with teammates, and physically preparing to meet the rigorous demands of the NFL once again. This narrative has all the elements of drama, suspense, and intrigue, turning what could have been a simple signing into a captivating story that will dominate sports news cycles for weeks. The Eagles management has handled the announcement with strategic timing, releasing it in a way that maximizes fan engagement and media coverage, ensuring that Pierce's return dominates headlines, while simultaneously boosting excitement for upcoming games and generating endless speculation about his impact. Social media reactions have been nothing short of sensational, with fans flooding platforms with messages that range from sheer excitement to cautious optimism, debating whether Pierce can regain his peak form and deliver the dominant performances that defined his career. Memes, highlight reels, and animated discussions have spread like wildfire, amplifying the sense that this is more than just a player signing. It's a cultural event, a moment that unites fans in anticipation and debate. Analysts are dissecting past game footage, comparing Pierce's previous seasons to the current roster of Eagles defensive linemen, and attempting to predict exactly how his skills will complement or redefine the team's defensive strategy. Meanwhile, rumors about locker room dynamics, leadership roles, and mentoring responsibilities have started to circulate, adding an extra layer of narrative intrigue. There is a palpable sense of anticipation that extends beyond the field as fans, commentators, and even rival teams ponder the long-term ramifications of Pierce's return. Every move he makes, from practice drills to media interactions, is scrutinized and discussed, contributing to the buildup of a story that feels both immediate and epic. The chatter is amplified by the timing, with key matchups approaching and the league already feeling the tension of playoff races and divisional rivalries, making this announcement feel like a plot twist worthy of a primetime drama. The Eagles fan base, known for its intensity and loyalty, has embraced the news with a mixture of jubilation and strategic hopefulness, discussing everything from potential starting lineups to the impact on individual matchups in upcoming games. Every sports forum, comment section, and podcast seems to be dominated by discussions of how Pierce's presence will affect both short-term results and long-term strategies, from drafting priorities to off-season plans. Rumors have started to circulate about potential shifts in defensive assignments, with speculation that Pierce could take on a hybrid role that maximizes his ability to disrupt opposing offenses while allowing younger players to develop alongside him. This kind of detailed, scenario-based speculation is exactly what sports enthusiasts live for, creating a sense of anticipation and narrative depth that goes far beyond the typical player signing. The sheer energy generated by this announcement is evident in ticket sales, merchandise discussions, and engagement across digital platforms, reflecting the broader cultural impact of Pierce's decision. Every outlet, from mainstream sports networks to independent YouTube channels, is analyzing, predicting, and hypothesizing about what comes next, making this one of the most talked about developments in recent NFL history. The layers of speculation, excitement, and strategic contemplation create a narrative that feels larger than life, as fans and analysts alike attempt to decipher the unfolding story and project its potential consequences across the league. Insiders suggest that Michael Pierce's return could also signal a broader shift in the Eagles' organizational philosophy, highlighting a willingness to blend veteran experience with emerging talent to maximize both performance and team cohesion. This approach could have implications not only for defensive schemes, but also for how the team approaches leadership, mentorship, and locker room culture. Speculation is rampant that Pierce may assume a de facto leadership role, guiding younger players, influencing training regimens, and contributing to a culture of discipline and competitive intensity. Every report, rumor, and analyst opinion contributes to a growing sense that this is not just a simple signing, but a strategic maneuver designed to recalibrate the team's trajectory and send a message to competitors. The intrigue surrounding his contract, potential incentives, and long-term role only adds to the narrative complexity, giving fans and commentators endless material to dissect. Analysts are exploring every possible scenario, from rotational strategies to specialized situational packages, trying to anticipate how the Eagles will leverage Pierce's skills to maximum effect. Social media remains ablaze with predictions, reactions, and heated debates, making it clear that this development has captured the collective imagination of the football world. With the season unfolding and critical games on the horizon, every detail about Pierce's integration into the Eagles becomes a critical piece of a narrative puzzle that continues to expand and evolve, feeding the rumor mill and ensuring that this story remains a central topic of discussion in sports media. The ripple effects of Michael Pierce's return to the Eagles are already being felt across the league, with rival teams scrambling to reassess their strategies in light of his unexpected comeback. Coaches and defensive coordinators are reportedly reviewing game tapes, discussing potential counters, and speculating on the best ways to neutralize a player who has been out of the spotlight yet remains a formidable force. The rumor mill has been particularly active regarding Pierce's physical condition, with insiders suggesting that he has undergone a rigorous, privately organized training regimen designed to ensure he returns not just as a participant, but as a game-changing presence. Social media speculation is reaching fever pitch, with fans debating everything from his snap count to his possible impact on key matchups, creating a constant buzz that dominates sports discourse. Analysts are exploring how Pierce's arrival might influence team morale, leadership dynamics, and even psychological factors that affect on-field performance. With each practice report, photo, or cryptic tweet, the narrative grows more intense, fueling discussions about whether this is a story of resurgence, redemption, or a masterstroke of strategic foresight by Eagles management. The excitement is palpable, and every report, no matter how small, is dissected as part of a larger puzzle that has become the focal point of the NFL offseason chatter. There are whispers among insiders that Michael Pierce's influence will extend beyond the defensive line, shaping the Eagles' culture in subtle but powerful ways. Leadership analysts suggest that Pierce, with his experience and presence, could act as a mentor for younger players, instilling in them the kind of discipline, intensity, and focus that separates good teams from championship contenders. Rumors circulate that during closed-door meetings, he has already been giving advice, sharing insights, and participating in strategic discussions with coaches and teammates, hinting at a role that transcends mere gameplay. This has fueled speculation that his return is part of a larger organizational vision, one that blends seasoned talent with rising stars to create a multi-layered approach to team development. Fans and commentators alike are enthralled, debating whether Pierce will primarily dominate on-field matchups or become a pivotal voice in shaping locker room culture, or perhaps both. The intrigue is compounded by the timing of his signing, which has given the Eagles flexibility to experiment with defensive packages while sending a clear signal to other teams about their intentions. Every move, gesture, and statement by Pierce is now magnified, analyzed, and interpreted, feeding an endless cycle of rumor, anticipation, and narrative momentum that shows no signs of slowing down. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The financial and contractual details of Michael Pierce's return have also become a major talking point, with speculation about incentives, bonuses, and performance clauses dominating sports media coverage. While exact numbers remain undisclosed, insiders suggest that the deal was carefully structured to align Pierce's motivations with team success, ensuring that both parties benefit from his resurgence. Analysts are dissecting potential scenarios, exploring how such a contract might influence roster decisions, cap management, and even future negotiations with other free agents. Fans are equally fascinated, debating whether this signing represents a shrewd business move, a calculated gamble, or a masterstroke of strategic planning that combines talent acquisition with financial prudence. The narrative extends beyond the field, encompassing the intricate interplay between sports performance, economics, and management philosophy. Every report on this topic fuels more speculation, generating heated debates on forums, podcasts, and social media platforms as observers attempt to predict not just Pierce's on-field impact, but the broader implications for the Eagles organization and the league as a whole. This layer of complexity adds depth to the story, ensuring that the rumor mill thrives on every hint, analysis, and insider tidbit that emerges in the wake of his return. Michael Pierce's arrival has also reignited debates about legacy, career trajectory, and the nature of retirement in professional sports. Observers are comparing his decision to come out of retirement with similar moves by other athletes, analyzing motivations, risk factors, and potential outcomes, and speculating about whether this chapter will elevate his status or complicate it. Fans are captivated by the drama inherent in such a narrative, projecting their hopes, fears, and expectations on every game, every play, and every locker room anecdote that surfaces. The story has become more than just about football. It's about resilience, determination, and the capacity for reinvention, themes that resonate far beyond the sports world. Analysts are crafting detailed projections, modeling scenarios, and creating compelling what-if analyses that feed both the rumor cycle and mainstream media coverage. The combination of athletic prowess, strategic timing, and narrative intrigue has created a situation where Pierce's every action is under the microscope, and every prediction carries the weight of possibility. The excitement surrounding this return continues to grow exponentially, ensuring that discussions, speculation, and storytelling around Michael Pierce and the Eagles will remain at the forefront of NFL discourse for weeks to come, keeping fans glued to every update. Even beyond the tactical and strategic considerations, the emotional resonance of Michael Pierce's return cannot be overstated. Fans who followed his early career are rediscovering their admiration, sharing memories of his dominant plays, and speculating on whether he can reclaim the form that made him a household name. Emotional investment has spurred a wave of fan engagement that spans generations, drawing in longtime supporters as well as new audiences eager to witness a remarkable comeback. Every article, video, and social media post becomes part of a collective storytelling experience, blending analysis, speculation, and fandom into a single narrative thread that spans the entire football community. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.